today about more of a sort of thought piece that we've had at Fitch, as opposed to talking about Fitch or talking about straightforward retail design, and try and filter them into filter this thought pattern into how we view it within the context of retail design. So today I'm going to talk to you about the very serious business of play. Now, this is not a new idea necessarily, just something that we're evolving, something that we, as we were doing our research into it, looked back into the writings of Roger Gallois, the French philosopher who was very prevalent in the 1960s. And he did many insights and theories around play and its importance in our day-to-day lives, its importance in business, importance in making our lives a better place to be, as it were. He was saying, play is an occasion of pure waste of time, energy, ingenuity, skill, and often money. In spite of this, or because of it, he continued, play constitutes an essential element of human social and spiritual development. And this is something that we got excited about and have harnessed, and again, we're not alone. He often talked about the ultimate sort of expression of play as the concept of sliding. When you get on a slide and you go downhill, it's a voluptuous panic upon an otherwise lucid mind. It's a complete abandonment. So what can we do with that abandonment? And this was taken to the next level by Carsten Holler, who created this fantastic installation in the Tate Modern in London, called Test Site, where people could try out their senses and whiz around on these different slides. And so sliding began to sort of get into the modern consciousness, and where does it come, and what about this great abandonment that we can have, and how can it help us lead more fulfilling and exciting lives? And it's been taken up by all sorts of different companies. For example, this is the Red Bull HQ in London. And it was all based on this extension of Gallois' view, taken up by Holler, of what would be the result of sliding if it was part of daily routine. And we at Finch think this is a very relevant, and we take this idea of sliding, we see how can we explore with it. And in fact, we thought about some of the work that we did about 20 odd years ago. And when we created this concept called Children's World in London, we had two entrances. There was an entrance for adults, which was through the door, and there was an entrance for children, which was down a slide into the store. And we wondered, in this much less inhibited age, where you can have stuff like this happening at Red Bull, we wondered if we created this concept again, it's no longer around, whether or not the parents would be fighting with the children to get on that slide and go down the slide and enjoy themselves. Because we believe that this is a much more enabled society that we live in, and people are much more able to have fun and excitement, regardless of image or whatever it might be.